Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Aaron, do you have any questions? Any thing you want to
Not right now.
address
Yeah.
while
I think
we're?
everything's just kind of percolating through.
Like,
All right, very good.
time food.
So let's quickly run over.
Right, and then that way we
To
can
lift.
go back in.
Sinks. Open. Very good.
This way.
Center line, right? It's out.
And then from here,
Okay.
it was.
So
Switch.
left, reach hand.
Do that.
Oh, sorry, this way.
So the front hand is called man
And
sao.
then-
Means the probing hand.
Yeah.
The original
Time food.
translation of
Right?
man
That
sao
way we end up with
is asking
Well,
hand.
good slow.
Asking hand.
Right.
Asking
That would be
just
just
like to probe. Okay, so probing. The rear hand man sao.
This was where it's supposed to be here.
Guarding hand.
Here.
Literally guard.
Yeah.
But it could do this.
Just,
Okay.
Same difference.
So you have the left side,
for me.
and then you have the right
This
side.
side
So
of
we're
the-
gonna work on switching.
I don't know, I think this might still be on the upper quadrant.
To get-
You might wanna have one up, one down.
The thing going.
Yeah, you're right.
So you notice your front arm, on one side, elbows down towards the center line,
For me.
and the rear hand Wu Sao, elbows up.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
did it once.
So the Wu Sao
It's
should
kind
not
of,
be
it's
held like
kind of like
this.
a knife, knife
Just
form.
natural.
Yeah.
If you have
see,
to
so it's like, it
make
forces
an
you
effort to
towards-
raise the elbow
It does
and
force that, I felt that.
And then we
Right.
do shadowing again.
And
Be able to-
switching, basically, the two are switching positions.
Yeah.
The incoming
Let's go.
hand becomes Wu Sao. The outgoing hand becomes Man Sao. Okay?
Right.
All right. So basically just use
So-
very neutral energy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
neither defending nor attacking.
I think we can do that.
So switch one, good. And notice right now we're doing outgoing hand over the incoming hand.
Right?
And want to
Open.
maintain the integrity of the center line,
Line
so it
expansion.
goes over the front wrist.
And then it just goes
So
right back.
it's very tight, okay? Two,
Very back.
very good.
Right.
Wanna try
Oh,
that?
there's,
This way?
Or do the one.
Whichever one.
Yeah. Start up here.
speak of the devil.
How are you?
Good to see you, good to see you.
Hey, Aaron.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You never met?
That would be shadow.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Right?
Hey, down here. Tell me.
What's up, buddy?
Something on this side? Something on that side.
Okay, so, since, let's do this. Last time you worked with him?
Yes.
Okay, so this time you work with him?
Okay.
Yeah, let's look like so.
Do you remember?
Okay.
Coming in this way, and then you're switching this one, and then this hand is gonna strike up. Truck.
You're gonna,
Here's
this
the
one's
reason why.
gonna be.
Doing extending.
This one's
No,
on.
no, your knees are too
The
high.
knife form.
Too low.
Okay. Bring this.
This is what we do
into,
to the other
center,
hand.
just right
If his
here.
moves are too high,
On this
Oh, I
side.
see. So it's like this?
Too
Yes.
low.
Oh, I
It's
see.
not really.
Okay.
Here,
Right?
you
It's
can
gotta
quickly
fit
raise it
exactly
or
what you're-
lower. Okay?
Okay.
So this is, if you look at yin yang sign, okay?
I'm following you, so yeah.
White.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
way
kind
you
of
shadow
fun.
them.
That's looking
Yeah,
at
in order to shadow each other, right?
You offer
neither
long time.
white nor black. It's in
Yeah.
between.
Like
That
this
gives you
one
one
to
to
do
do
this.
this.
Yeah.
So you just come in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not.
So it can be either way. So if I
Okay,
grab
so
this
attention,
side,
your energy is
I'm
neither attacking nor
So if
defending.
you
It's
grab
in the
either
middle.
arm,
So
then
you
you
switch,
switch,
you can
yeah.
switch to the
Yeah,
left
start
or
off.
right, you can act or defend. Same thing with the hand position, okay? Now this
Less of the.
is too much, this is too little, this is in the middle. Neither too much nor too little, okay? Right.
That's right.
Just right.
Oh,
And the
I
hand
know
is
this one.
neither too high, too low. Turn around. So there's a saying that rear hand does not leave the front elbow. This doesn't mean never, it just means when you're not using your arm, you could do that.
theoretically.
The left hand, which is Wu Sao. I mean, that's Wu Sao, okay? Okay, all right,
can work on
okay.
It's a
One.
little
So,
safer from there.
and you
Yeah.
also
just
can
want
use
to drill
these
this
two lines.
drill.
The incoming hand draws a semicircular line, and the outgoing hand, straight line. Okay?
That's all we can do
Two.
from that side. Nice.
3,
Four. It's good.
Now, if you see, if you look at my right hand, okay? See the difference between these two?
Oh, at least something's going on.
Right, because I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Second one is a straight line.
But.
The first one is you see how it dips down. So what I'll do is, you want to focus on the tip of the nose.
We're slow.
Yeah.
This guy's in the way, so he needs to lower before you push forward. So it doesn't have to drop.
Let's try.
It needs to go from here to there. As if your front hand doesn't exist. From here to there.
slow.
Yes, without having a dip. Okay? 3.
Of course, you can do it.
Right.
And you want to make sure the outgoing hand does not overshoot.
Right. He's got going to the bottom.
Because now you can see the triangle. 1,
Okay.
okay? 4, good. 5,
So here you're fighting, you're just sticking.
6.
I'm kind of like moving this way.
7, 8, 9,
You're attacking.
10,
Yes.
1,
Yeah.
2. Make sure the result's not too close to the chest. 3. So as you do, you make adjustments. 4,
2, so now.
5,
We'll keep it a little bit more.
6, 7.
So automatic.
Make sure your arm is not reaching. 8.
No, I just gotta get my brain tied.
10.
I'm gonna get it right this time. It's gonna be perfect.
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4,
Right this time.
5, 6.
It's always.
Because I started thinking, oh, I goofed up here and then I forgot.
It's good, it's a good,
8,
When you
You
go.
don't need to jump out.
Nice.
exercise.
You're not trying to do.
You can, you can.
Relax, go play. Okay, so, a lot of people would say, "Lee, what's the point?
Yes.
What's the point
Yes.
of making sure my arm positions are correct? I'm doing this circular line, linear lines.
I went halfway this time.
This is
Trying to long
training
sell.
coordination.
You can
Martial arts-
have to pivot on any of it.
It's basically your body and mind
That way-
working together.
I think it'll
When your
come out a lot more.
mind wants the body to do certain things, it does right away and perfectly every time. That only sounds, which is the definition of Kung Fu just means time and effort. That's it.
Dang it.
Right? So, basically, you're trying to master your mind, your body. So when you mean to do this, you do
This that'll work.
okay? This is the basis of all learning, okay? So once you can do that,
Here, we don't.
every time you do it, it points right to the nose, it's the right angle, elbow down, it's elbow up.
So, same thing. We try it one more time.
When you can do this, everything else goes. Just like when you,
Now look.
it's not, word this. It's not too hot or too low, because you,
It works.
okay, see that, and you know how to do this. Eventually, together, together. What I just did, same thing as this. Right? It's this exactly the same thing.
It's coordination.
Yes, your arms are doing two different things at the same time. The
This
same
way,
thing.
and then it's-
Defend, attack.
Yes.
One comes back, one goes forward,
Oh, this way.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Eventually, we're doing the same thing, so they're doing different
Yeah.
things. Okay? So, there's no difference between what we're doing
Oh, I
and
see.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I
Once
got it.
this is,
Yes.
this foundation is built,
Yes.
that becomes easy.
Yes. And that's how. No, that's not right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's also the form, you know?
Yes.
Second form, right?
Yes.
It's, yeah. Right?
Ah.
That's exactly that.
Yeah, make sure eventually you work footwork and his body positions. You-
Yeah, I gotta figure out the arms.
Right, no problem, man, just, you know, that's the basis. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get back to lift, sync, open.
There's something else.
Okay, left, cue side, okay? So, remember we did this before by itself? Now we do the same thing. Yes, from that point on, we did that. Just to go. Review it briefly, okay? So one, good.
This side. Down there.
Two.
Okay.
Very good. Three,
Do it right.
four,
There you go.
five,
I put my bomb on the dog.
So we should probably.
six,
Is that right?
Let's work on this, so we go. You know, it's supposed to.
seven. Good. Eight,
Let's work on doing changes.
9, 10. Good. And switch. There you go. Down slightly. Left side, right side. One,
So your change is, I gotta get it. Like, I'm gonna West.
Three.
Yeah, that's what I messed up every time.
4,
Let's slow it down.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, so I gotta put my eye on my, oh, I couldn't decide which way to go, so I went there.
Started.
Nine.
Froze right in the middle, but give me a
10.
nice target.
Give me another line.
And
And
then happen on the street.
repeat.
Not waiting for my.
I'm sorry.
No, that should be off.
Repeat your rear hand. So your left hand will always be wusa when you're finished. Okay, like this. 1,
This side.
2. Okay? So rear hand. Yeah.
Your hand.
Yeah. 2.
Yeah, right.
3.
That's just, yeah, that last one.
So you do it slower than you see. 4.
One side.
Your hands.
I should go right to a.
5.
Do anybody in?
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah,
This is my place
6.
set up right here.
So coming back in a very good fashion.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll take it right there.
Still going
Yeah, see when see when you finish here,
Your
you
body.
go back like this, just like how you switch. You hear? Okay?
So you bring it back.
Hey, I think we got that in there, that worked. Yeah. Let's see it, try it, see what you're doing. Oh!
The second half is exactly.
Give this kid a silver spoon. I don't know.
Yes. So you just, when you finish, come back to the center line, so you can switch, okay? Alright. Good. 1,
Too much circle. Just do one.
2, 3,
I'm rubbing off on you.
I was thinking about
4.
like,
5,
forward and
6, 7,
Why haven't them tilted down?
8. Alright, you're out of frame.
We can ask you a question.
Yeah.
You make the change.
10.
Huh?
I didn't see it. I'm thinking you're trying to get an angle.
Let's see.
Yeah. Right, now you want to get that angle. So you could do that, or you could use that.
How high will this stay? Pretty high.
Oh, these stuff.
I think that was you or me. That was you when I'm making the change.
Oh, okay.
The person who is.
I'm making the change, right?
Then why don't you do it a couple times?
Okay, this is on
Sorry,
Sorry.
it shouldn't go, it shouldn't dip like.
No, that's wasteful.
Right.
Another thing that's kind of a common mistake is
Going here.
Hit me, yeah. No.
So
Go through it. Yeah. See, that's what bounce out. Yeah, bounce out, L is higher.
Right.
If you do this, it blinds out, then you pull the hand into your chest. So a lot of times when people are doing it improperly, you see the fingers, your fingers brushing his chest. Okay? So it's oh, you haven't got that from your dummy form.
I haven't got it right on.
Yeah, okay? That's the dummy.
but I forgot.
Yeah, that's the dummy form.
Right.
Okay?
Wait, that wasn't my time.
There you go.
I forgot what I was supposed to do now. Let's go back.
Yeah, in the beginning, you know, people may not be able to connect the dummy movements to, right? Because dummy feels differently from a live person. You know, but eventually, just connect. Depends on your concept, you know, it's like, well, why don't you just do two double sticking? Yes, double sticking, you stick. Basically, just learn to stick, right? Just learn this stuff, like this. Right? Eventually, you say, attack. Attack. Becomes, right? Then do it in cheese out.
And that's basically what it is, but okay.
Go ahead.
And you're, here, I want to strike,
Right.
and you're pushing me aside, go to the bottom side.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, yeah.
You want to attack it. Wow. So you see the one time
My bombs out.
as my long side goes down,
Well, make it,
you're coming in this way and your comes down.
Yes.
Like in the
Right here.
Four side.
Yeah. So go for it here. I come in. Yeah, for your own board. Make it a real attack. Here.
No?
You're,
You're-
did it.
Of course,
You're-
not.
Well,
You're
you're
going
going
like
this.
this.
I haven't pushed you yet.
Okay.
Did I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's here,
The other side?
the other side.
No, because you're just going
Yeah.
for the center line, the second you're going, there's no point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, in this case, if you want more things, you just grab.
Just grab.
Remember, it's like second form, open hand, close fist. Right, yeah, so you know, cheese out, pure cheese out. Because anytime you go under, remember, you can go under like this. Like this, or like this.
Yeah.
Remember, we
Yeah.
did a drill like that, right? Remember that? Roll, please. Yeah, right? You can just go right into it, oh, if I open, I can close. So I can just
Yeah.
go from there, just like that,
Right.
right?
And we know it comes from bong style shape. So
Yeah.
whenever we're in bong, we should be able to also.
Absolutely, that environment, because the seed was planted in the second form.
Yeah.
She showed, not, she, actually, I don't know what her original form looks like, really nobody knows, okay? But Jim, a teacher, gave us the progression. Open hand, close fist. Right? When you close fist, when you're grabbing, if you focus on the hand, then you're grabbing.
Yeah.
Okay, now remember the first form lines out this way, palm facing down. Second form, palm facing out. So from here to here to here.
And the grabbing could also be stretching.
Absolutely, depends on, you remember, the first,
Yeah.
one of the first, most important things in the first form is about joints. What part of the arm are you looking at? You're focusing on hand, which is wrist. Okay. Don't forget, hand is wrist. Okay? Because the hand is attached to the wrist. So when you're striking with the hand, you're striking with the wrist. That's why you do this. The wrist facilitates your punch. And then the elbow facilitates with triggers. And the shoulder triggers. Okay? So when you say, I'm grabbing with the hand, you're focusing on this. Okay? Then you say, I'm using the elbow. The elbow becomes the hand. Strike with the hand, strike with the hand. because just attach the hand here. Now, okay? So there's no such thing as elbow strike anymore. You're basically using your joints to strike. Whether the hand, your hand is attached to your wrist, or it's attached to your elbow, or it's attached to your shoulders. See, that's a very powerful concept. So immediately a lock from locking with the hand or the wrist to locking with the elbow to locking with the shoulder. Because that's really, because now you're free. This with the hand, see the same?
This should not be on camera.
Seeks the treasure. That's right. You're finding the treasure under the sea. By the way, this is very, very common in Chinese martial arts. I'm sure it exists somewhere else outside Chinese martial arts. But using the shoulder, the hips to strike the opponents are very, very under practice. Because most people think of, remember, most martial arts were developed by men. Men, being testosterone-driven animals, turn to use this battering ram and big axes, these big movements. Okay, so tend to ignore the finer points, the nuances of human movements. So rather than, it's like I said, there's a fly on the wall, and you use a big sledgehammer to kill it. Use a hairpin. Right? You don't want to break the wall while you're trying to kill the fly, right? See, no damage, but a prick. Okay, so that's the difference. So it's between carpet bombing, like in the Vietnam War. I'm not gonna 10 miles square mile, I'm gonna kill everything, right? You may catch one Viet Cong, right? But if you use surgical strike, right? You know exactly where that is, and you kill the guy in that hut, right? The civilians, innocent civilians are not, there's no collateral damage. They won't hate you, right? Yeah, but they still hate you, right? It doesn't matter, right? They still say, oh, you killed civilians. I don't know if they killed or not. You butchered them, right? Say, hey, Clem, the Americans did it. We don't know, right? But anyway, I'm just saying that that's psychological warfare or propaganda. It's another arena, right? But no need to use so much TNT to kill a fly, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like just one fly, you use tons of TNT, right? No need to do that. So Wing Chun is like that. We use energy, preserve energy. That's why simple, efficient, direct is so meaningful to us. Don't use a lot of strength when you don't have to. Don't use more movement than you have to. Right? Don't oppose a force stronger than you are. They can pay for pushing forward. You know? Alright? So a lot of these back and forth things you can see, back and forth, pull and fold and push. Right? So pull and push, pull and push. Okay, so yin and yang, it's all very prevalent. Practice this. Holding, right? Okay, oh, same thing. Right? She's closer to now. Now. And also talks about ranges, your different ranges of weapons. Cool.
Awesome.
Moving Okay, so
No, we gotta switch that. So, one thing, when you're on the outside,
I'm blocking.
okay, and then when I wanna go on the inside, we go this
all
side.
right.
So, when you go up, is that the best?
Let's have the same thing.
If I'm gonna go up, I'm not gonna run.
No,
So if I run, if we just walk in there at 5 or something, I already walk. If I feel you sit down, I go this way. But if I feel you go up,
Your hand,
I
right?
wanna run.
Yeah.
So just trying to feel
Yeah,
that.
that's direction. Because you can.
Your hand can also go sideways.
Yeah.
Right, and anybody's in.
Right?
Block that.
So basically,
But it's right,
the
but-
movements themselves are the same.
My ears already.
One arm goes out, and one arm comes down. So my left hand is in the front, as I push my right hand forward, my left hand comes back. Right? It's the same concept. As I move my left hand sideways, my front hand comes back.
What can I do?
It's the same thing as this. Okay. Left hand comes back, right hand goes
So
out.
the only thing,
Now,
is you
left
have to get
hand
out of
goes
the way.
sideways as right hand goes sideways as left hand comes back.
it's kind of, it's awkward to wait for.
Exactly.
It is, it makes you feel like,
Okay?
well, in reality.
Still do it.
It's like you wanna, you know, a center star.
Okay? So now, we're gonna work only on the rear
And you
hand.
step out and it's again, one shot.
Yeah, that step's the most.
Because.
Two.
Even though if you did that,
Because the next lap of that.
Three.
right?
Good. Nothing is four.
Right? Remember?
Five.
Practicing that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
Six.
Yep.
Good.
And this is good pressure, so you're right
Seven.
there.
Eight. Nine.
So every kid's gonna have
10.
star. Yes.
Very good. Okay. All right. Yes. Next one I'm gonna do is going to be switching.
This is what you were
You know, switching.
No, wait, no.
The front hand.
It's like.
Now the switching is going to be just like this concept.
So basically,
The only difference is, you know, front hand,
here, I don't wait for it.
rear hand.
That's the one.
Stop.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You're in that position, you're.
First one.
Right?
Just leave it out. Okay. Two.
I know you're gonna.
Three. Four. Five.
It's not.
Six.
Yeah.
So we go
Seven.
G sound.
8,
That seems so far, I go back.
9,
Yeah, I'll let you do whatever.
10. Okay? Right? And what you just did is based on,
That doesn't go right now. Go, yeah.
2, 3, 4. 1,
Either I had you double.
3, 4. Back to the root. 1, 2. Okay? That's switching. All right, very good.
Nice.
Okay. So, if we can do times out using switching, using repeat, using change, we can use gun sound.
You know, it's coming now.
First,
Yeah, I know it's coming.
briefly touch on using gun sound to repeat from hand.
Nice. We just go right back.
Because the guy has 2 arms, you have 2 arms, right? Because he's standing in front of you, he's attacking this way, he's attacking.
Start.
Yeah, that's the reason, okay? Because remember, I hesitated. That's okay, that's okay. You know the box, you have 4 boxes. There are 2 concepts. Left hand defends the left boxes. Right hand defends the right box.
Uh-huh.
Then you have crossing, right? As is, and then you go across. Yin and yang. So now, we're thinking about defending the lower box.
First, you step to that hand. Step one. Just stepping in like that.
1,
On your tongue, up on that.
2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Oops. So my first
5,
my job, sure, you do is just stay connected.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Down, bring that gun, or
As you come in.
7,
I think you just follow it up.
8,
Now, it's the same thing.
I can stay.
9,
So you do it. Good.
Yes.
Remember that.
10.
Everybody else, okay. You realize let me come in.
Okay. Good.
Good.
Right hand is going to defend against any attack.
So I'm just gonna go up
This
this
one,
way.
lower right box. 1, lock. 2,
That's the only way really, otherwise they can't.
Oh!
This,
Right, same.
Okay, so
Four.
we're here, jam it, but then I just come in this
Yeah,
way.
you're right away.
Absolutely.
5,
Uh-huh.
6,
Yep.
Good. 7. 8.
I'm not looking. It's fine, the second you disconnect, it's not.
Okay,
not-
so right,
So
where you are, right
Press
forward
it
here.
again, coming back.
This time,
Yep.
you go and repeat the rear hands with the left hand for now, okay? Like this.
You should go to the top too.
One.
Like,
Okay, here.
just you go.
Oh, okay, I see what you
You
mean.
Right.
can't go under.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, this comes
then
down,
I chop it
this
across.
goes out.
I'm just going.
Okay, that's good.
I saw what you did.
Because that's just the next
Yeah,
step.
you finish, right?
No, but
One.
because I should,
Go
here,
on.
that's what I should be doing.
So your right hand goes to the front.
As this is happening,
This goes in, this goes out. So your incoming hand needs to be under.
So you're bringing it up as before your, right here.
Together.
It's kind of awkward, I don't think I would take the front.
This guy, which is out, needs to come back. This needs to go out.
You can go down.
2.
You'd probably be committed with this hand going forward somewhere, right?
Yeah, I know what that's mean, alright? So the 3.
It's actually less.
So many-
Go with that.
Yeah, it makes much more sense.
What's that here? Here's out there. Yeah.
We're not still right in the beginning.
5.
It's the same thing. Right?
So that's the second place on the list. But that's what it has to work.
It's got to.
If I don't do that.
Yeah, if you don't.
7.
That's better because it's, I can assume that I would do something with this hand right away, not just
8.
have it stand up and again.
Okay, take your time.
Oh,
But it's kind of.
9.
oh, yeah. I thought you were like this. Those are gonna just
Like this.
Only maybe, you know, down
Ten.
low.
I know, right?
It's a marathon.
Okay, so this guns out. We're really going to show you how to apply that in T-cell, the sticking. Remember? Okay, that's how.
I don't know, I'm just improvising.
No, remember, you did that, remember? If you can do Kaosao, you do Gansao. One is bent arm, one is straight arm.
Yeah.
That's it, okay? But it's the contraction or compressing.
Do you want me to go into it?
No, as a defense, as a control. Okay, now, okay, so right here, okay, I mean, Bonsai, right?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Now the moving part is steady.
Thanks.
Because I'm compressing, because I'm
Yeah.
went across from, I'm not, there's 2 ways to do it, okay? What I'm doing right now is to do the center lines right here. I'm going across the center
I'll
line,
go with you.
but I don't have to. This hand right here, see, it is already Gansao. That would be expanding, contracting, right? If you go to the other side, you're contracting. Anytime your arms go across to the other side of that line, it's compressing. Yeah, see, contracting. Expanding, contracting. Right? So when you do this, you are basically expanding. When you do this, you are contracting and compressing. Right? Each one has its purpose. The reason you do that, either one is right. There's no right or wrong way. Because the yin, the big brother says so. If someone shows you a compressing, they wouldn't know what that means, okay? If someone shows you something that resembles a compressing concept, you say, how do I turn that into an expanding concept? Okay. I'm using, these terms, this is my terms, okay? You want to people will probably use other terms to explain that, but I doubt it. Yeah, okay, because no one look at the big brother. I mean, I came up with these different names because of him. Right, you say, well, you do this, where the, see, compressed. It's like a coil spring, right? See, when you do this, it's compressing. But what am I doing? It's the same thing. Or you could, like an accordion, it's better, right? See? That's expansion, that's, contraction. So you want to do this to him to open the center line, or you want his arm to go across the center line. Okay? So, right, from, now we'll connect from the first layer, the dummy, the Qi-Sao. Right? Yeah? Alright? See, double trap. You see, trap, this is compressing. Right? See? It's compressing me. Right? Right? So it's compressing me, right? Each is each other's set up in paper. Someone wants to do this to you, you do this. Someone wants to do this to you, you do this. It's that simple. Okay, anytime you see videos and books that gives you 5, 6 steps to do a lock, you said, forget it. You try to memorize the steps rather than do it instinctively. Nothing is more instinctive than bending or extending. That's it. That's all there is. That's all our arms are capable of. Either this or this, right? Okay. And then there's a certain concept behind that. Okay, if you want to use its arm as a pole, you want to prevent his arm from being a pair of a nunchuck. Right? See, nunchuck is right. You want to make sure he's stiff. Okay, so it's better to do that by controlling your elbow and your wrist. Now he can't bend anymore. Okay.
How did you, when you cross your arms, which way did you turn? Like?
Whoa, okay, so now, okay, I can turn this way or turn this way.
So that's
Or this way, okay, here. Now, you see, it's gone, right? But better to do it beforehand. He grabs both of you, boom, you need to turn. Because once he got you extended or compressed, it's too late. You know? So that's what sensitivity comes in. You sense the energy, then you nip it together. Yeah. Okay, oh, that's it. That's the color. It's the dummy form.
Knife form.
Yeah, that's the knife form. Right. They're all there. It's the same piece. Right here. Yes. Right. And you do knife. Right.
So,
Same thing with knife.
like break my wrist.
The other way. Yeah.
Or this way.
Of course. That's locking.
Notice what you do with my arms.
Right. Now you compress with him.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just using this hand in this case.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Keep going in this time.
In this case.
It depends on your purpose, you know?
And, yeah, you can do that, and you can go here.
Okay. So this is the front part. You start to see, you know. So what I'm trying to do is to bridge the gap between the first layer and the 20th layer. Okay. So you see when you add on, sometimes when you add on 20 layers, it's your first layer is buried, and you don't remember what the first layers look like. To be able to see what he's doing, what you're doing, you own it. Okay. The trouble is a lot of people when they get to the 10th layer, 11th, 20th layer, they don't remember what the first layer is. that's the problem, then you're memorizing the techniques. Because it's just movements. The movements can be applied in so many different ways. That's why in Chinese martial arts principles, they're saying, one movement, 1,000 applications. And I like to say, forget about 1,000, just look at it as a box, 6 sides. And one side does one thing. It's the same movement, but you can try to think of at least 6 ways to apply. From striking with your hand, to striking, to locking, choking, to throwing, to takedowns. Think of as many ways that you can use to apply the same jump style. You know, jump, what is it? Is it a defense? Yes. Is it an offense? Yes. Is it a lock? Yes. Is it a throw? Yes. Okay. Most people say you're crazy. What do you mean? How do you throw it with jump style? You know, how do you lock with the jump style? Very easy. Locking with the jump style. There's the jump style right there. Right? The attack. The head, the neck, where an attack. Remember intentions. Your targets change because your intentions change. A simple jump style, it can be a defense or an offense. Defense because your intentions change from defending against that strike, so the target changed. The target becomes his arm. When you're attacking him, his body becomes the target. Yet jump style doesn't change. Remember, by itself, it has no meaning until you give it one. You give the movement a meaning. Right? Folk style, might defend it, might attack.
Like what you showed us the other day, was just like a gun sound. Right?
Exactly.
Gun sound.
See, that's from the locking point right there. Right? So you can jump style, lock the elbow, and then jump style also lock the shoulder. Alright? Jump style can also be a throw. Right? This is jump style because I'm looking at his neck as I take the leg from under. The scissors.
Same thing is
Yes, see, I can use this way to throw over this way to throw. It doesn't matter. As long as you achieve that scissors effect. You know, the scissors can be this way, or this way, or this way. Depends. Okay.
neither.
Yeah. So, you know, our throws are very different. You know, most people use throws, use the ground to break you up. That's what it's basically jiu-jitsu and judo are about. They use the ground to break you because the ground is hard. When you land, you're going to be broken. We break the person before he hits the ground. Why just push him down? Let's attack him so he's broken and broken again. Yeah, otherwise don't fight. You know, if you're going to fight, be very, very efficient with your energy. Don't just throw. That's why you go like this. We're attacking the neck and hitting the head on the ground.
So instead of ground and pound, we pound the ground.
Right, yeah. We don't wait until if we get to the ground to hurt him. We want to hurt him badly before he hits the ground. You don't have to hurt him anymore. He's already done. You know, there's no need to go into lock and choke. Whatever, it's done. You know, so we don't need to, you know, like a lot of jiu-jitsu, they throw and they do a lock. Remember that? Right? They throw in such a way, they hold on to your arm and they do this. Hyperextend, extending. They hold on to the sleeve of the hand, or the wrist, so they can do this. Right? Don't worry about that. Boom, and just walk away. You don't need to hold on to it. Get the outside and choke them out. You don't need to. So the reason we do this is because we always think of doing something simple. What's the most efficient way? See, simple, efficient, and direct, right? Don't beat around the bush. Right? Just do one movement, sweep, and cut at the same time. Right? So we really treat simple, efficient, direct as this gospel truth, the Bible, if you will. Everything we do, we need to start thinking. right? It's fine and dandy when you do stuff like this, you know? Well, it's what, how many moves it takes me to get there? 2. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, I'm already, right? Okay? But you say, but you didn't get in. Who says your attacks have to hit target every time? That's what people don't understand. Fighting is not boom, you know, like even the most inexperienced fighters get together. It takes a few minutes to decide who's the winner. People throw punches, you miss, you get hit, you know, that's normal. No one can say, don't move, boom, right? Of course, one blow will do the trick, right? So that's an unrealistic thinking, that every time you strike, it's going to hit the target. Wing Chun especially is about the volume, because it came from the mind of a woman, right? We don't practice one blow kill. Now, like the Master Oyama who kills this bull with a single blow, you know. We don't want to do that. It's not practical, unrealistic. Not even Bruce Lee can do that, okay? Right? So we say, we go strategy and we use energy, or we use his energy against it. Because when you do something, he has to counter it. Otherwise, he gets hit. You build on his reactions. And that keeps going on and on and on. You know, for example, we do this, right? Yeah, I know this won't hit. Don't get him. I know that, but I got his attention. Right? Same thing. This is not gonna get there, because that momentary, he's thinking, oh, I need to put pressure there to prevent that from breaking in. Then you build on his reaction. You know, same thing. He when he's on a receiving end, he can go too. Because when a person is bent on attacking, his defense is down. He does not expect you to attack back. Because they're used to stuff like this. When someone throws a punch, you know, well, no, that's not efficient. I don't want to be doing this, like, right? 1, 2. I'm just gonna go, you know. You know, yes, they're gonna do that, but the minute they throw one punch, you're in already. Otherwise, you're gonna like, be overwhelmed by his movements. You know, that's one. Another one is range is a weapon. He's right there. I'm right here. In order to get to me, he has to come to me. This will do the job. I don't need to use my hand anymore. All right, brother. Oh, he's okay. Understand range is a weapon. Self-defense is relatively easy when you understand this distance and timing. From that position to where I am, he needs to break the distance. Before the arm can fully extend to get to my head, I can get to him first, because my legs are longer. Okay? It's very easy when you think about it. So rather than, you know, someone comes in, you know, like, you know, right there, because he can fully extend, right? See, but okay, that's what I'm saying. You can keep your hands down, it doesn't matter. He'll never get you. He'll never get you. But fear and lack of understanding.
Yeah, that's the part that's going to stay calm.
Well, just practice thinking like this, the mentality, and know your weapons, and know your range of weapons. And your weapons are always changing from long to middle to short. Depends on your needs, it depends on the distances. So right now you guys are working on the first distance, which is grappling distance. Okay, a lot of people may not agree that Chisa is grappling. Chisa is grappling. Because what's the first rule of grappling? If I don't have you, I'm going to throw you. I cannot, well, some master can think. The guy's going to grab, But until you get to the level,
Take it to that next level.
whoa, guys, right?
We can do that for you if you want.
I know,
We'll practice
it's called what the power of suggestion, right?
Brainwashing.
Wow, free flow, it's not good, right? But let's say the real world, you need, that's why the first thing is to grab, right? Two wrestlers, they need to grab each other's neck or to get a handle so that they can take control. What we're doing right now is the same thing as grappling. Either you're under hooks or over hooks. And you're equally powerful. Okay, which is different from grappling. Grappling prefers underhooks because they can uproot you. You know, they can do a body lock, pick you up, or they can get down, do the takedown. But overhooks just as powerful. That's what we're doing. Knowing what you can do when your arms are on top, what you can do when your arms are down. Both hands on the bottom. Yeah. On top, you can control the wrist, you can control the elbow. Right? On the bottom, same thing. You can control the wrist, you can control the elbow. Always repeat after me. Just kidding. When you're on top, you're looking for his hands up. When you're on the bottom, you're looking at your own hands up. Right? Here's an example. I'm on top, right? I'm looking for his hands up. When I'm on the bottom, I'm looking for my own hands up. From controlling point of view, right? You haven't known forward. This is another example of energy directions. Remember the directions. Right now, my hands are forward. My bounce up forward. I can turn hands up sideways. Bounce up sideways. Totally change the applications because your intentions determines your actions. Your actions determines the directions. Alright? So, go back to, that's controlling point of view. Then you say, now I'm going to use hands up forward as an attack. Or bounce up as an attack. See how rich that is. Now people teach this as techniques. We say the means is the end. That's why Chisa is so profound. You know, it's not very superficial. It's not a stepping stone to do something else. It is something else. The movements are the applications. It depends on the intentions. What do you want Tansa to do for you? Neutral energy, here, neither defending nor attacking. Okay? My Tansa bounce up. I'm just keeping forward for energy. I'm not thinking of attacking or defending against it, right? Or controlling it. Then all of a sudden say, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to control. See? Neutral. Defensive. Offensive. The same shape. 3 different brains. Alright, that's fun. I know I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but you never have foundation, strong foundation. So the same thing as you okay?
You look kind of hurt, man.
No, I've got my back's messed up. My lower back hurts really bad.
Take frequent breaks. So, on that note, what we're doing is based on what we're doing is called switching, right? Switch, neutral, right? See, I'm not thinking of defending or attacking. Now I'm thinking of defending now. Defending. Yeah, the direction change. The same outgoing arm, or right arm, I'm not defending or attacking. Now I'm thinking of defending. Now I'm thinking of attacking.
How can you put that in?
Same arm from neutral, right arm, to defense, to attack. Same arm. directions change, intentions change. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're, so this is,
Yeah.
gotcha, that one's the one.
Because if you do it slow, right, the tap.
I'll start it, but that's what you do.
Okay.
So what's on my shoes?
So,
Think about it.
right, left hand forward. Basically, you are doing this movement with your right hand. The only difference is instead of forward, it's going to the side. Instead of forward.
To shoulder and headbutt.
You bring it back first, right? And then.
Now, look at my left
I'm
hand,
sorry.
okay? Look at my left hand. Doesn't matter what I do. Look at my left, okay? Same thing, right? Right hand on your side.
That's what it's giving to you.
Forward is circular. My left hand stays the same. Always doing this.
Nice.
That's
Right, yeah. That's coordination. To be able to do totally two different things at the same time with two hands. All right. So, your hand. One.
You're coming out of the bonds.
This hand comes back. Two.
Coming in here, then I go.
Yeah.
I guess into a gun, so here.
Yes, I was doing it on, so that's, yeah, same thing, except here you switch.
See his hand? See his hand?
Oh, you can keep going.
Left hand starts coming in to make
So
room
I'll do,
for the right hand.
Okay.
so I'll do your long.
Four. The right is in.
This is aggressive.
Yeah.
Five.
Yeah.
Huh? Six.
So I still think I want to control this arm. I don't want to just here.
Seven.
I'm coming in.
Just a little slow.
Doesn't that make Schultz on the wrong side one?
Yeah.
With the straight arm. You do it with the straight arm? No,
Nine.
he was doing it with the straight arm. Yeah.
Good. You're doing this.
10.
Just with energy.
Yeah.
Good. So we did the right or the left. Now we're going to do switch. Okay? So start with the front hand. Okay, one.
Okay, so what we're gonna, you need that.
Give it up. Two. See?
Right.
Doing the Indiana Jones?
Okay,
Yeah. Here, right? Okay. Together. Okay. Three.
Yeah, you did.
Four.
Oh.
This guy first. Right?
Okay.
So it works both ways. It's just
Five.
different.
Yeah,
That's
Leave it out, leave it out.
energy's
It's a little more
taking me-
circular.
And I s-
Maybe this one comes across.
Leave your hands out. Yeah, don't come back.
Yeah,
come back.
it's interesting because
Front hand first. One. Leave it out.
forces you to
Two.
really reach.
Yeah, it does. Oh, wow, you can really rip them and get.
Hold on.
Let's
Yeah.
slow it down. I'm being so slow.
Four.
Yeah.
This, because you gotta think of when they twist it up this way.
Oh, leave it out. Leave it out. Five.
It has to come all the way to the bottom.
Six.
So you think you want to. Yes.
If I push it this way,
reach.
this, now this one.
Seven.
The thing is,
Eight.
it does raise the shoulder, but it blocks the neck.
Nine.
There's smart across the head.
10. Good. Work on that. Yeah, that, see, again, no mystery, coordination.
So
That's all.
the
Yeah.
concept of argument was switching. So you can switch to repeat.
Nice.
So you just repeat the same thing. Gone. You want to pin.
Oh.
So, remember,
Don't forget this hand.
Yeah.
They're right there. That's the key. That's why we are superior.
yeah.
We are able to work on.
Oh, you did the switch this way?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Listen
see.
things
It's going
at the
this
same
way.
time, two arms.
We'll do it for good.
Most people are thinking
Slow mo.
one arm at a time.
Do it and do it.
You know, that's so primitive. That's so dark ages.
Yeah, get me.
Oh, you know,
Yeah,
okay,
just
you're
doing
all
it.
right. Oh, not even, it's so stone age. It's gonna drive me nuts, you know, caveman. Right? We are about to go to, just discover some 500 more planets out there. Their temperature is neither too hot or too cold. Yeah. Getting there.
That's where
Right?
the fruit salad was.
So you don't,
It's
the
this.
whole Middle East.
Oh, that's true.
You're not wearing
This
this
is down.
animal skin, you know, eating raw meat. You're eating dim sum. I got that in my mind.
I can't do anything.
Now you're switching to control.
In the gone, which is.
Leave the gong. Leave the gong on the wall. On the veranda.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because you.
Yeah.
Gone in, yeah. So you can do the switch. Nice. And then do repeat version of
Make sure console, not the half console, full console.
For this, right?
Okay. Is that your arm?
Or something off it. Just, sometimes it takes a few seconds.
Okay, and then the repeat, the switch.
Nice.
Switch.
You
just did it. That is repeat.
Oh, switch. That's where we were.
So you're working on console.
Yep. We're just working, and we're kind of experimenting with the difference of sound
Yeah, definitely works.
and also
I feel like when
Long
it's
sound
so
area.
forward that I can try to
the
explain.
striking.
That's how I feel like.
Probably I'm
Just seeing what that was
Or I
like.
got soft, or I want to,
Because Alonso seems
or
a
maybe
little more
this
dangerous,
sounds right there.
but feels more impressive.
Oh, use your.
Once in the
This is where
circle,
the
one
gun-
goes forward.
I'm just trying to think.
Right.
Doing the concept seemed that would rotate them a little bit more
Go ahead. Which
for a
one?
strike up here,
Uh-huh.
which would make it a little easier for a double trap.
That's it, right? You come from underneath.
And that's
If you want-
kind of the.
Try the lines
That's
up.
how you switch it?
Yeah. Yeah. To get to the knee strike?
Or,
This hand.
anyway, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
here, it's kind of like, you know, we used to do,
Actually,
just kind of, you know, now you're
Well,
shadowing,
if we do-
but let's say if we were matching,
Oh,
you know, or I can,
Yeah,
yeah.
that way, you're not vulnerable going in.
you know, so that's it.
Right.
Same
Yeah, exactly.
And then, the next thing you want to ask yourself is you have to repeat attack or switch attack.
Right.
Right.
So this would be switch.
But it all ends up in the same.
And
What is it, bro, you want?
I just came into foot strike.
All the answers are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's how you develop your
Oh,
own
oh.
skills. By asking the question.
yeah.
I did the initial attack. What do I want
And
to
now, I should not be
repeat the
waiting.
same?
That was almost my,
Right.
you want to switch.
You gotta handle the strike.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. So, you know, again,
as you're doing that.
bomb stop.
Oh, sorry.
Concept.
I thought you were gonna pop.
Oh, same thing? My bad.
Concept.
That's back to cheese.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Same hand.
We're right there.
With the
Exactly.
Concept,
It's just,
your
you know,
concept could also.
from
I
a
know.
low into that first
Attack under
moment,
his
and then you're
right
in the
arm,
same
you double
position.
go on top. So if you're going, you go over or to the side, kind of like here.
You're pushing the
Same thing this side, same thing.
I can do it with this side though.
Either way. Together.
That's what we should work on.
But the thing is, you want to do it in such a way that he sees it. Right? Yeah, you don't want the first one never to see,
So from there,
right?
Yeah, because he has to reach to
Yeah,
control
he
your
just,
arm.
because you're not grabbing him, it's easy for him to turn.
Yes. Yeah, that's,
Right,
yeah.
right? See, now this side, right? I'm gonna go into,
Yeah, that's one. You were going.
future fighting. Your attempt fails, because he sees it,
yes.
Yeah.
right?
That's counting on that.
Yeah, but he has to, otherwise,
Okay,
boom.
you just.
You know, it's like, you know, you're going, oh, nobody on the guarding the basket, right? So you, oh, all of a sudden somebody comes in, has something to your teammates, right? No matter, you dunk it. So you see, you pounce, right? He's doing this, you fucking doing this, right? Exactly. But he's gonna see that.
But I should grab your leg, right?
I know, I think you're asking.
Yeah.
Makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
It's a good analogy.
I'm
No
sorry.
one, right? All right, no man's gonna,
Yeah.
Second floor.
move it,
Yeah.
right? No one,
Yeah.
right? So this is attack, so no man's land can get in. He said, oh. This is what has to be. That's right, the buddy system, you
Yeah.
know? How you guys doing?
Good, we just missed something.
Not really. It's the same concept. Remember, everything we're doing here is based on lock sound. Right. So, it's the same thing, right? Right, now watch this, right? Same thing, I'm doing the same thing, right? Okay, so everything leads to something else. Something fails, another thing, another possibility comes in.
And you just stop up here, figure out shoulder.
To the lock.
Deflex.
Right, so I'm right here, I'm this. Okay, I can run, right, by controlling this, right? Or I can also go into a lock. Everything he does, he gives, he made you do it.
Break my arm.
Yeah, really, that's so true. That is the epitome of charade. What do I do now? Let me think of a plan B. Plan B just magically appears. Right? Okay, right here, okay. Oh, right here. So I see this. I see taking form, right? Right? So from here, right? Oh, same thing.
You could do that on the other side too,
Of
obviously.
course, obviously, yeah. If you do one side, do the other. Right? So basically, you guys worked on this already, right? Boom, okay? This, right? Or this, or this, or this, right? So that's from locking. So to say, from here, how do I get into a takedown? Everything is there. You want to take down, make sure he's not stable, he's not rooted, right? Very simple. Either you push him or you pull him. If you pull him, he's going to come to you. Right? Right? If you push him, he's going to go like this, right? So either way, he's going to come to you. See?
That's what the leg will come.
Okay? So that's the beauty of yin and yang. If you pull, he comes to you, offers his leg. If you push, he offers you his leg.
Most people only may offer you a snack or hit. Most people might fall forward, skill the bucket.
Exactly, then you.
Tilt and back, you grab their legs.
Right. Yeah, you pull, you go like this, then say, oh, I'm not going to take you down anymore because now you just run into my mid-range weapon. It's right there.
Where you need.
Right, exactly. Right? So again, this comes from this. right? Everything's there, either you do this or you do this. Nothing changes, same thing, from here, same thing, I can do this, right? No different from, right? Okay, the other one, no different from, right? And that's why locks out is the basis for cheese out. You go back and forth. You don't stick in cheese out, you don't stay in cheese out constantly. You always do have, if you want to strike with your hands, or you're going to do takedowns, you have to let go. So right here, right? Pulling him. Then now that arm is useless. You don't want to pull him, right? So like this, boom. Safe, because now scissors. Okay. The grapplers do scissors too, but they use the shoulder to push and pull. There's a difference. Okay? So when they do a takedown, they do this. They use the head or use the shoulders. So they put, right? That's too dangerous. When the arms are not controlled, you're vulnerable, but in grappling, you don't have to worry about that. You can't do that. So when you practice like this, it's very dangerous. You don't think about someone doing this to you, someone doing this to you, because you're pure grappling. You can't go from striking mode, kicking mode, to grappling mode. If you're in grappling mode, you're pure grappling. You're not thinking about, he doesn't abide your rules. I can kick you and drop an elbow on you. Right? So if you go into battle with a suit of armor covered from head to toe, leaving no openings for the other guys. So I want to make sure when I take him down, I don't end up getting hit on the back of my head or my spine. Okay, so you want to do this, right? Same thing. If I go from here, same thing. See? So now this is unable to hit me, and then I go lines up. Fun? Yeah. Okay. So you see, you really look at the movement as a box now. Right? From you at will, from cheese out into knee strikes, from cheese out into locks, from cheese out into chokes to takedowns. You know? Knee strikes, same thing. How many times have we done this, right? Alright? Same thing. Okay? Because remember your joint's relationship to his. So when he's attacking like this is what I see. This is what I see. Right? I see this. I see this. So from here, I can knee strike. From here, I can knee strike. Alright? From here, you can. Alright? The other way. Okay? So a lot of this stuff is all whole form, which is based on Wing Chun concept. You okay? You need a okay, same thing from here. Okay? You can lock, okay, which is extend, okay, extend, or you can bend, right? So from here, you can bend, extend, fun. Oh yes, real fun. Having fun there. Good, very good.
I guess the problem I'm having is I keep trying to push it down, but I'm opening up my center when I'm doing that. But I'm trying to bring it back before, so that way it's.
So here.
Those capture one.
Oh, I
They both get right at the same time.
Or,
Okay?
When you're here, you're always crossing with, let me see, how can you cross with
Trying to do that.
when you're crossing, when you
Here?
This way I know. The other way.
So you're here, right?
So we can use that.
Because then I end up doing the same thing.
So right now, all the defense movements that we do right now is about
Interception comes from.
interception. Just means you cut him off before he gets to
You
close.
meet him before, you see the wind up, you see the pitch, whatever, you're.
Yes, you're going meeting halfway.
He's coming up, you're bringing him halfway so he doesn't have.
Exactly. So
there's just which
Guns out, it's not too close.
This
It's
one.
out there. Guns out, it's not
Yes.
biting out.
So I did here,
Yeah, that's it.
Instead of.
here.
So
Yes.
cut him off before he gets too
It's the
close.
same.
So is he trying to do this and you're just trying to, he's trying to.
Oh, I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna.
You're blocking a circle with the.
Yeah, I don't wanna see him close. I want to cut him off. There. So, thinking, look, I want to say, I want to make sure I cut him off. Right there.
Here, this way or that.
You know, so you're expanding that county.
He pushes all the energy out and gives you opportunity to take it.
Right.
Take it in.
Yes, you cut him off.
Just so you know.
Right. So you're not stopping your hand back here.
No.
You're letting him push his energy out.
That's another way. They're basically trying to avoid a strike.
Like a hand.
One is called smart, right? So you prevent him from throwing that punch, but push his shoulders, that's to smother. Then you intercept, then you evade,
Do that, right?
right? So either you, that's called smother. This is called
Other
intercept,
side.
halfway.
You're right.
This is called evade. Move away.
So you're doing one of the three.
One of the three,
You can
yeah.
evade, you can smother, you can.
Right.
Intercept.
Evading and smothering takes speed.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You have to see it right away. So the middle one is,
Intercept.
yes, you don't need a short time.
You have to.
You just have to be able to deflect the
If I
energy.
pivot,
Right.
Exactly.
So what happens is, he needs to travel from there to here.
You gotta walk.
Yeah, you gotta walk,
yeah.
To smother into the last minute evasion that takes very, very fast reaction. On your off, you know.
Yes.
So this is preferred because
Then you
it doesn't, you don't have to use too much light.
You want to start scissors?
Okay. Percolate and get in there.
Good. So, yeah, that is the
And then.
ton way. We don't just sweep, we don't just lock, we do both because efficient. Right? Why would I just sweep it while you're trying to, I'll make sure I can.
Yeah, I can't do that.
If I go down too far, you're gonna hit.
No, because that's why you're, yes. Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of.
Well, you're.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's
Well, you are sliding forward too. Yeah, otherwise, you keep, right, when you turn it forward, then your pyramid, yeah. Okay, so remember this,
I was here and then I need to go down, right?
yes, I'm very proud of this, okay? We don't dump water on this, okay? This is a cup, filtered cup of water, this is our preferred reason. When we spill water, we are dumping water on him. You do this for a reason, right? That's why it's being done in the second form.
And that's the
So
second.
we want to get into that, okay? So one of the drills that I show people is practice dumping water. Show me. When you drill? No. You see the hands. I showed you that.
You did?
Yes, okay, so what you do is
I'm trying to.
so based on this, you know, my nickname is King of Drills, right? That's right. I've used this second form, this one, right? And also this position, these two movements.
A sweep though, right?
Okay, so I'll do it. One,
So that's why I had to do.
two,
I would, well, my first explanation is
Three.
That's it, yeah.
four, always using
See if you can
hook
see
the
three
leg,
steps at it.
right? Because you don't have to bend your arm
Am I doing? Oh,
to take that. Okay, so
Nice.
say he's doing it to me.
Oh, I didn't count.
He doesn't have to start.
Okay, so
Do this.
that'll be.
All he has to do is come in, right, see? Yeah, so he steps in, pick up the leg with his leg.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Fine.
Step flop. Yes.
Oh, yeah, do it together.
Yeah.
So as this pulls in, this,
And
your
you're
leg
making a
goes
position.
forward.
You're always moving right away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can sweep the leg,
It's not pull me.
sweep the leg. Oh, I pulled the leg. Okay, when you're inside matching, the outside shadows, right? See, if I pull you, right, pull you in, see this right here, then I can do this.
Right.
From here, same thing. That's one of the applications from the second floor.
Definitely.
Right, right, right.
Right, for example, if I want to pull him in, right, from here, we'll run here, right? Right, that's it, yeah.
That's right.
I
have to go.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Or I can do it that way, right?
Delayed it. Which I will also.
Whether you outside match, inside match.
And I should be thinking when you're pulling me into.
On the other side.
I'm just saying that.
No, 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 it's just I have to, I should be reprogramming myself.
Yeah, when you lock, when you throw your takedowns, they need to be preceded by strikes.
Elbows.
Otherwise,
When we do that.
they have not been rattled,
Okay, we're right.
right? If you throw a couple
And we come
punches,
in this way.
some knee strikes, it's like defending, dangerous with takedowns. Take the sweep. He doesn't see it coming, because it's random.
Or the knee.
But when you practice, you don't have to do
Because
that.
once you collapse in
A
here.
certain
Like,
aspect
because the nose is sweep
of
too.
fighting, it's not fighting. Right, so the person cooperates.
Right, right.
So right
Except my
here,
right, my leg,
pulling,
this one was
pulling
pulling
in,
weight.
so
Yeah,
So
oh,
if you sweep that, that'd still be.
Pull it right
or
out.
I,
It'd be good if you did.
just
That's right, you got a
right?
tip on, right?
Right.
This.
This is unweighted. You can do this.
Right?
Yeah, so that's the key, you gotta push
Through-
or pull
through-
and swing.
You practice
Trying to swing
swinging
that
that
aspect.
aspect.
Good guy.
Then you put them together.
Should be able to also push.
And delay, you hold your tension. So you're, yeah, your real tension is locked, right? So what you do is you go ahead and you
Just say.
strike,
Striking,
right,
but hit me
2 times.
first though.
Oh, oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
yeah, strike.
oh,
I forgot
right,
about that
see, so
part.
then I'm not thinking,
Yeah, then it-
right?
Now you want to control my arm.
Right?
Step back, this
Yeah.
one. Pull it across.
Yeah, there, see? Oh, I see, but you didn't know that.
And so you wanted it first, like I
Yeah.
said.
So,
Oh, I see.
high,
Hit
you
south.
are putting tension.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Something,
Alright.
you can
So by
delay.
pushing you this
Now,
way.
now you remember.
Yeah,
so
now you
many
can-
kids
and then-
This up here.
And then you go.
from locked in. Okay?
And then you go.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
going to do a knee strike.
So from here, you
Okay.
push.
One,
You catch this and then this.
so I'm gonna delay that to 2 strikes.
You do that, or you.
1,
Something or
4,
you got underneath though.
1,
Yeah.
2, and 3,
So
knee
it's
strikes.
right? Back.
Okay, see,
Uh-huh.
it's up to you.
That's how you just push.
Right.
And he made you restful.
Well, he can also switch at the same time.
Yeah, you can do that.
Remember,
That's what I was
the
trying to figure
attack
out.
is neutralized.
You did that like
It
one
is as
wall,
if
right
you have
here, right? I have the same opportunity.
Absolutely. The minute I attack,
That's a good one.
I attack,
So
I attack,
that's it.
he
So
attacks,
basically,
right?
yeah, push,
He can reverse on me.
or,
But you could, instead of trying to like come here and.
If the attack
control
is
it,
true, it is as
Go
if
right.
If
you're
you're able to
able
get under here.
After that, it depends on the person's skills and experience.
okay. So you're supposed
Right.
I'm
Well,
just
see,
saying,
if you control by the elbow right here,
I got
so
you.
we're rolling here, just roll.
you know, would you be, because you float, right?
You have to.
And that's one point,
That's it.
That's where it's rolling.
why would you prefer a lock to
This
a
would go right
strike?
here for a tonsile.
This is when.
I'm just.
Yeah, well, because whatever.
See, it's right there, that's what he was doing.
He could be attacking me, if he attacks me, I can go into the lock.
Whatever serves your purpose, huh?
Yes, whatever feels right at the moment.
But if we don't.
Can you
start-
refer that to the next
Now we're
one?
in a position to.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't really know, yeah, because if you plan the
Oh,
way
wait,
tax,
you're right there.
they don't.
Can you try that?
Stuck here. That's
That's
what
strike,
I
they don't need that strike. Yeah, I can strike, that's one.
If this sound was free, I could
Strike.
jump right up here.
I can strike like this. Right, but the more we practice different aspects of title, the more.
It works
line-
better from the roll though, huh?
Yeah, it's like
It's only one way.
Right.
If you only overshoot the action, then if it doesn't
Yeah,
go
remember,
your way.
that's the
you
first
stop.
one we learned.
Yeah, so they don't make a difference, I guess,
Choice
is you
with the
turn it
ranging.
into.
At the moment.
Yeah, just wanna be,
So that's right.
we wanna push me enough.
Because it's showing us like the other should get their hand in there, so.
Right, I gotta mention, what do you wanna?
Yes.
That's the, whatever, it's hand and the
That's it,
shoulder,
right there.
it's elbow, to shoulder. Right, same time.
Okay, okay.
Switching subject, I'm looking for the pox out change on
Should have by the elbow.
Pox up change.
Should I go looking for that?
Yeah.
Pox up change on cheese out.
Yeah, from
What's
Pox
that?
out,
It's
yeah.
hard from the hook.
Where is it hidden? Both hands on bottom?
Let's see, pops out, you can make that happen. It's just a run, because pops out is kind of, it's a run.
Right, yes.
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so what did she stop? Right, and he's thinking, how do I make pops out change? Right? Now I'm gonna pops out with this hand, but I have to run, right?
Continuous
Right.
movement.
But another pops out would be from the top hand would be like this.
Right,
Right?
Exactly.
Little pops out, right? It's right there. It's a combination of lines on pops out.
Right?
Right.
I've seen that, yes.
Actually, this is a technique that everybody uses.
Yeah, the second pop that
You
you
can
did.
pops up from here, and this, right, you go to pops up from here.
That one.
Yeah, right, see this one, right there. This one, you have to make sure that he's in pawn sound before you pawn sound.
Oh.
And what was the first one you did?
Remember, you're on top, you're looking for his pawn sound, pawn sound, pawn sound.
All right.
When you're on the bottom, you're looking for your own. So I'm on the bottom, right? I'm looking for my pawn sound, which turns into line sound, right? Right? Pawn sound, pawn sound, pawn sound, pawn sound.
What was the high pop side you did, the first one?
Oh, yeah, I'm pops out.
Yeah, you pox out as he's going into taunt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same concept, except you
Yeah.
can just get.
I ran, yeah.
Yeah.
I ran from under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he goes up, that's an opportunity for you to run under him.
Well, he's.
We've done that before, all separately, but it's like
Oh,
together.
Yeah, I'm looking for, remember, I'm on top, I'm looking for his bounce on pawn sound. So, pawn sound, bounce sound, pawn sound.
Yeah. The concept's there, you stick with the concept, everything gets
Okay.
revealed.
Well, when you reach a certain stage, those things will pop up. That's the beauty, you know?